quarantine methods here with our little bubble. Hope you're doing well through all these crazy times in 2020. This post is about how to do a live stream, get your audio and video set up, and what gear that you may need. There's a lot of different options out there. It's pretty overwhelming, and it might take you weeks, months, years to figure out. Hopefully this can increase the likelihood of you getting through all this. I've been asked by numerous people to come up with a way of creating content that can help friends and family do live streams with good audio and video. So one thing you're going to need, you're going to notice a difference right now, is a good microphone. The proximity to your microphone. Notice how that just got a lot clearer. This is a custom mic that I have here. I'm making sure that it's pointed in my direction. Right? There's a lot of small little details like that that can really help out. Right? I'm also going to go into even some more complex live looping. This is going to be a short post because I have about a half an hour right now, but please stay tuned. I'll be doing posts like this very often, and I'll be updating in the links below links to other videos that have helped me get to this point of doing this specific take. If you haven't noticed, I'm in focus, and then behind me is blurred out. That's using a 50mm lens on a Canon T5, EOS T5 camera, set up where it also is connected to Zoom through USB in my main computer, and using OBS, which is the software that I can switch between the different cameras, right? So as you can see here, this is my other angle. It's my iPhone 11, and that camera is using Iriun, I-R-I-U-N. Okay, so I think I did a video on the Iriun, how to set that up previously on our channel, so please look at our playlists. Hopefully I'll do a playlist specifically to audio and video setup. And yeah, I'm gonna play some tunes here while I'll do some background setup here. What I'm gonna do is connect my Restream to the different accounts and then publicize it to the different groups that I want it to go to. So that's another thing, that if you're trying to get some free PR out there, that you can specifically post to groups that you know will enjoy the content. Please try and not post to groups that you think won't enjoy the content, right? So really being clear on which groups on Facebook that you're posting to. I'm also posting to Twitch, YouTube, and things like that. If you hear some noise in the background, my baby girl is about to walk in and take a nap with my partner Marin. And I believe Eliyahu Sills is going to join us pretty soon on Zoom, who may have some questions live around his setup that he's doing from Berkeley, California.
I'm here, Daddy.
Hi, good to see you.
Let me have this, Daddy.
All right, here's some loops that I've created using Ableton Live. We are a production school, so if you want to learn some of the tricks on how to create this really easy and simple, this is how you do it. I have a few different mics set up around the room so that you can keep the clarity while I go to different instruments. I have a condenser mic up front where I can do shakers and guitar. I also have a TC Helicon Voice Live 3 that allows me to do some live looping. Now that's too quiet for you guys. I'm using a X-Air 18, Behringer X-Air 18 as my audio interface. It has 18 inputs and 8 outputs. A lot of you guys probably don't need that many, but I use that because I also do multiple inputs of drums and instruments. A very common one out there is the PreSonus that has maybe 2 to 4 inputs, and it's pretty portable, right? It's a smaller unit. I think Eliyahu should be joining us really soon, but I'm going to also be walking through what I do so that he can look at this in hindsight as well. So your audio interface is how all your microphones are connected to your computer, right? Your audio interface takes your microphone sound, brings it into your box. Oh, here is Eliyahu right now. Admit. All right. Let me go into the Zoom call, and you guys can, whoever's watching, you guys can be here too. Hey, Eliyahu.
Hey, brother.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. I started at 12:15. Thought I could just kind of walk through my setup. And if you ever have any questions around my setup, it'll be on the YouTube, the SF Garnish Music YouTube page.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I am going live to Twitch, Facebook, and the Garnish pages right now. So if you ever want to rewatch any parts of this, it's there for you and everyone else. I'm going to be doing a few sessions with Eliyahu on helping him with his setup at home. He has a different audio interface and DAW, digital audio workstation. I was just talking about mine, which is the X-Air 18, Behringer X-Air 18 with 18 ins, 8 outs. Which one do you have, Eliyahu?
I'm using the Apollo 4.
Awesome.
4X.
That's a really good one. Yeah, really good preamps in there. Super portable. So 4X means there's 4 inputs probably?
Yes. 4 XLR inputs or, four inputs that are XLR or quarter inch.
Awesome. Cool, cool.
Just got it recently, so I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah.
Really high quality sound.
Totally, yeah, really good preamps in there, for sure. So in which DAW are you trying to record to? Yeah, because you were having that question too. Is it Logic?
No, I'm using Luna, which is made by the same company that makes the Apollo, Universal Audio. So Luna recording system. I could share my screen with you if that's what's helpful.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, why don't you share your screen? And also, so I know Logic really well, Pro Tools and Ableton Live, digital audio workstations. Luna isn't as much of my expertise, but
Right.
they are all the same at some level.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very new to Luna too. I used to use Pro Tools. And actually, more than recording, what I'm interested in is how do I go through my hardware, my Apollo, into Zoom, so that when I'm performing with multiple instruments, I can put a few mics in the room and get, decent quality sound and balance.
Yeah. Yeah, good question. So right now, is it plugged into this computer that you're Zooming with right now?
Yes.
And it's through USB?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a microphone set up already through your Apollo?
I have. Yeah, I'm actually just plugging it in.
Rad. Okay, cool. So one thing that might be a little bit of a hiccup for today, meaning in the next like 15 minutes or so that I may have a little bit more. is that I don't know the Luna software that you have,
Right.
and that might stop us. But I believe you should be able to plug in your audio interface directly into your computer. Make sure in your preferences that is being picked up as your main in and output for your computer, and then in your preferences in Zoom, the same thing should happen. If it's not being read, then there's a YouTube video that I was talking about last time I spoke with you that I can send to you. Actually, I might even wanted to share it on this so that you can see it. But it walks through the back privacy settings that might be blocking your digital audio workstation from being picked up in Zoom.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, one of my questions is, so I did it last time I tried to do this. I was also recording through Luna, and it kept on glitching and stopping after like a minute. And I'm wondering if I was overloading my computer, and I'm wondering if one way to avoid that is to not record. And if I'm not recording, will the audio that's going into Zoom still come through my audio interface?
Yeah, so recording should be entirely separate. It will take more RAM, which is the question is your computer strong enough to record and do your Zoom simultaneously, live stream or go live or whatever. When you're going live, your CPU usage of Zoom shouldn't be that much. There is a way to look at your CPU usage. Windows. Let me try and see if I can find that for us here. So, all right. So you are showing me Luna right now. How about you? Can you just go? Let's start by not going into the thing that I don't really know too much about, and just setting up everything that I do know first, so that I know that there's less hiccups along the way.
Sounds good.
So I would go into your preferences. It looks like your screen is frozen. Is that true?
No.
Oh, wow. Your share, it literally stopped in the middle of your minimizing Luna. Which is...
And is it still not working?
Yeah, you might need to restart your share because I'm not seeing that.
Okay.
How's your...
Oh, I hit something by accident.
Okay.
Pressing share.
And also, how is your internet down at that spot you're at right now in your music room? Your like connection.
It has been pretty good. Should I do speed test? Is that what you recommend?
Yeah, sure. Speedtest.net should check your speed of internet.
Okay. So are you getting my screen shared now?
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, it looks like that's showing your download and your upload. So for the Bay Area, that's not very high. So I'm out here kind of more in the woods, Grass Valley area right now. And I have an internet that's close to 300 download and 11 upload in megabytes per second. And that allows me to stream. Your RAM also is important. That is better than what you had before, right? Because before I think we were almost at 0. So we're getting there. I would really encourage you to try and troubleshoot with your internet service on how you can increase that from 5 upload speed all the way up to like 10 or 11. And they have like fiber optics in the Bay Area now, and like our studio is at like 2,000 download and upload speed. It's ridiculous. So there is the possibility. I don't have that capability up here in Grass Valley, but I think that you may have the ability to get fiber optics and something like that.
So you'd recommend, so you think I should get up to 10?
If you can, yeah. I think I paid an extra like $20 a month to do that, and I saw a considerable difference with being able to live stream.
Got you.
Yeah.
So the next thing, so I want to change my preferences from microphone to universal audio Thunderbolt, right?
Correct. Yep. And your speaker, you're using your, okay. So what speaker are you using to listen to me right now? All right. So I'm not hearing you anymore. And this is why your microphone setup on your audio interface is really important. So let's go back to your, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
in your Apollo, do you have a microphone set up near you? And is there,
Yes.
okay. And do you have phantom power on it if it needs it?
You know, I just switched to a microphone that doesn't need power because I thought that might have been the issue.
Okay. I mean, that Apollo has phantom power easily.
It does.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, so that shouldn't be too bad of an issue. So why don't you try that again? Make sure that that's right in front of you. Your volume's up on your Apollo,
Mm-hmm.
and go to your interface. Okay, it is quiet. Okay, so your volume up. Is there a volume on your actual device that you can turn up? I'm going to move this down so you can see Eliyahu as well. Okay, it's really quiet. So your signal on that Apollo, at some level, your gain structure is low. It's at 0 or close to 0. And on your physical device, I have the XR18, and like I need an iPad to actually do it on the digital world. And there's nothing on my device to actually turn things up and down. On the Apollo, there is, I believe, right?
Yes, there is, and I turned it all the way up.
All right.
Now using the internal microphone, I turned so I'm not going through the Apollo right now.
Correct. Yeah.
Just so that we can talk. So now what I'm going to do is I'm opening up my Luna software to see if there's something I need to adjust here. Okay. All right.
So this right here looks like a recording software such as Ableton, and
Yeah.
this should not affect what we're doing. What we need is, like for the XR18, there was an app that I had to download specific to the XR18, and I think that there's a digital mixer for the Apollo. I'm not seeing it here. Like you're tracking and like recording functions. That's a digital audio workstation. It's not a mixer. Oh, there's the mixer. Console.
There's my mixer.
Okay. Is it in the same
Which
program?
Yes, it's also by Luna.
Okay, so that's totally different. So really important. This is your mixer that's going to affect your volumes. The other one is your digital audio workstation that is for recording.
Okay.
Now, are those mute buttons on?
Okay.
Okay.
This is the mic that looks like that I'm using because you can see
the gain is up. Great. So I think it might have been muted.
Got it. Okay, now let me try
Yep.
that. Okay.
Another thing to check out is your master volume on your, what's your master volume look like? Let's get out of that view of that digital audio workstation, the Luna. That's going to be something we won't be paying attention to. Okay, that's for your recording monitoring. So let's, yep, in your mixer. Yeah, that's your mixer. Cool. And you might need power for your computer, man. You're about to run out of power. You're at 10%. Okay. Do you have it nearby? Because that would be sad if we got there and it like died. I can hear you a little bit. There's something that is stopping the signal. Now, is there a way to look at the routing? Oh, there's a solo function. Take that off. Clear that. All right. So when you're talking right now, can you check a little bit? Okay, on your main volume, I can't see the right of your screen very well. Here, why don't I move? Yeah, see that right there? That's why I'm hearing a little bit of you. And you can see that right here. This is your master that we're looking at. Okay, cool. Yeah, so what we're trying to do is just connect it to where we find where you're losing your signal. And it's somewhere in, like, your input. I'm not getting any reading on your input volume. So that's showing me that there's some break in how you are routing your system. On my XR18 app, there's a routing page. Do you have any access to the routing inside your mixer, your digital mixer there?
I really don't know.
Okay.
I just got this the Apollo very recently. I haven't had much time to work with it.
Okay. So is it maxed right now, the input, right? Can you turn that?
Yeah. See, it looks like now I'm in analog 1.
Okay, good. So now turn up analog 1 because it looks like where you're at. So you're at no, go back to where you are, and then your gain structure, turn up your gain structure in the upper left-hand corner. On the mic, on channel 1, just like how you turned it up on channel 4, turn that up.
Got it.
Hey.
Check 1, 2.
All right, so now I'm getting two, like there's a millisecond delay somehow. So I'm getting two of you somehow, and that's another routing issue.
Right.
Yeah. So, and also the quality of your mic, right? This is one where you'd probably, the difference of what I'm using versus that one right there, right? It's like when I talk into this over here, it kind of sounds like I'm a little bit more in a box. And so if I'm doing like a live looping, like beatbox, it's good. But if you're trying to do like your flute or anything, a live instrument, your other mic is going to be a lot better.
Okay. Yeah. I have some better mics here.
Yeah. So
should I go ahead and try that now, just because I have one accessible?
Possibly. So I would say,
or I'll just plug in a second mic.
Yeah, try and go as far as you can today. I may have to jump off here in 2 to 3 minutes, but I might have 20 more minutes too, depending on if Mara needs my support. If the baby's asleep, then I can just continue a little longer.
Brother, I know all about the dance of parenthood.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know why I'm getting two of you. That's really bizarre. It might be that you're sending signal to another output that's delayed some milliseconds, but it is clear, but it's just, it could be clear.
You're hearing two of me quite clearly.
Like it sounds like a chorus. That's pretty much what a chorus is, right? If there's one just millisecond delay.
Okay.
It might sound good for your flute, but.
Right, but if there's multiple instruments, we don't want that.
Yeah, that sounds great, man. So go ahead and set up your other mic, and do you have hopefully a mic stand for it and everything, so it could be placed?
I do in another room. I can get it, or I can just hold this one for now, since we might be really short on time. Okay, so here's the second mic.
Okay.
So this should be number 2. Let me try muting.
I believe we found one of the issues is that all your mics are routing to the same input, possibly.
Oh, right.
So it's your routing. And
I know how to do that in the recording console, but not in this mixing console. How to change the routing?
try and go up to your console preferences up the upper left hand corner. Yep. Click on there. Is there preferences? Okay. Oh, service preferences. Let's see if that's it. The other part I would go to is the menu if that doesn't get us there.
Okay.
This is your computer preferences. So you can close out of that and try menu.
All right. Here we go. Here, service menu.
It's actually on your mixer in the upper left hand corner. There it is.
Oh, okay. So you've never used this software, but already you're teaching me about it. Okay.
Yeah, they're all like I said, they're all really the same.
Yeah.
If you learn one, maybe view. Okay, show aux returns, show or hide inputs. So see that little shortcut code, which is that little symbol I. That's the shortcut code. Now also that symbol 2 is your inputs. So go to inputs there. Yep. Okay.
This looks like the recording. Okay. So yeah, for oh, interesting. Okay, Mike. Now how do I change which?
Are you muted right now?
No. Oh yes, I am. Okay, now I'm not muted. I was.
Yeah. And the fact that I can still hear you even when a mute's on is telling me that you're having a looping signal where you're having like so many microphones go into channel 1 that when you mute it, I'm still getting signal.
Or maybe it's the microphone is picking up the computer. Like if I use headphones, maybe that helps.
Yeah. This is a moment that I believe the manual for what you're using Luna console manual.
Hey, so I plugged in headphones, and do you still hear 2 of me? Or is that done?
I'm still hearing.
Better?
No, I'm still hearing. Yeah.
Huh.
I think because both microphones are on. Like if you put both your mics up to your face, that would probably be the distance to.
Check 1, 2. But it doesn't look like there's any input coming from my second mic.
Oh, see. Or you can even unplug your mic to your left and just test the one mic to see if it's coming through.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the UA product manuals right now. If you have that.
Okay, why is it getting 2?
Do you have the Arrow? Is that the 4? Is that the product you have, the Apollo Arrow?
There we go. No, it's the Apollo X4. Okay, looks like I got this one I just had to turn on. Okay.
So you turned on Phantom Power on channel 2?
Yeah, turn on Phantom Power. Now
Okay.
channel 2 is working.
Okay, now that's also peaking now, so you're getting a bunch of crunch. Yeah. So that's where your gain structure or pulling it away from your mouth is going to really help you out.
Okay, I'm going to mute channel 1, my first mic, my last. Now how is that? Are you still getting 2 of me?
That mute button is not working for you. Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like the baby's still up. So I'm gonna have to bounce out.
Okay.
In the next, I can wrap up with you in like 2 minutes here. But
okay.
I am on the Apollo audio section. I think last time I talked to you, I was on their website and I sent you a link directly to the manual, and I bet that they have combo of the manual and also some like YouTube's looking up tutorials on the Luna console or the mixer, digital mixer. There's going to be people that are going to be more knowledgeable than me because I'm just using my experience with Behringer or different
Yeah.
digital mixers for you. But yeah, next time we do this, hopefully we can have multiple inputs going into Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's.
And
Mhm.
all right, and so I just soloed this one, the mic in my hand.
Go ahead and tap the mic next to you on your left to see if it's. Yep, I'm still getting that one. Yeah,
It doesn't look like it.
I can hear that crunchiness going on in my head though, so that's definitely coming through.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, so
You can hear this if I speak quietly into here.
yeah, there's some like ambient overall something being picked up. I even think like maybe there's a mic coming from the actual audio interface. Sometimes they have a built-in mic into the interface that maybe that's turned on. So
Not heard of that. Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of different options. That's why the manual could be really cool to go
Okay.
through. Awesome, man. So we did troubleshoot. You do have it working, and it's actually it's working for me. So that means it's working for Zoom.
Right.
Yeah,
Because we're on Zoom now.
yeah. And like I said, that overall like room sound, that like chorus effect, we got to figure out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Now I got both mics on just for stereo effect in top of the chorus.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Well, thanks a lot, Justin.
totally try and pan that left right channel 1 2 and mess around with that because that could be a really cool effect.
How's that?
Oh, unfortunately, I got to do
Are you-
a setting on my side to hear that. Why
Oh,
don't
really?
why don't I actually do that really quick?
Okay.
I'll go into Zoom. Okay.
Check 1, 2. Everybody do. 1, 2, 3.
Zoom
1, 2,
preferences.
3. 1, 2, 3. 1,
Advanced.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Yeah. Are you
One,
getting it stereo yourself? Through your headphones?
Actually, I can't tell.
Okay.
Check 1, 2.
It should be really evident. Yeah, I don't think, because I'm actually
No.
using it through my browser, so I don't think I have it. Okay, Marin's telling me I got to go right now. So,
Okay.
um,
Sounds good. Thank you, Justin. We'll be in touch. Set up another one.
yes, we will, man. Good
Okay,
to
I really
see you
Appreciate it.
via online.
Yes.
All right.
All right. I'll
Take care,
talk
buddy.
to you